Today we're back out at the shooting range and we're going to try out a couple of new guns that we got, and we're going to see what we can do. As you can see to my right, we have a few things that are set up that we're going to work with, the dinger, a couple of bottles, a few other things. And then over to my left, I'm going to show you a punching bag that's been blown up a little bit. We got some bottles and we have other things that we can blow up here and make things happen. So you'll see we're going quite a few things to take care of, and we're going to enjoy trying out a couple of guns that we got, and we'll check them out and see what we can do. So here we go. Hang tight, and thanks for subscribing, and let's get this show on the road. Teacher John out.
Good evening, YouTubers. This is Tyler here with Teacher John's Adventures. I need to give a shout out to Cadillac, the hat that I'm wearing. They are not sponsoring us for this video, but it is important to give recognition to any apparel that I'm wearing. So today we're going to talk about gun safety with a revolver. Now this is a Taurus Revolver 22 long rifle tracker. Okay. Very nice gun. What everybody needs to understand about a revolver first, most of them don't have safeties. Some of them do, like a Heritage Rough Rider, but we'll talk about that in a different video. Alright, always remember to always have your ear and eye protection. Now these guns are not loaded, but I am still going to point them away from my body, away from any people, close to the dirt, and I'm going to put my ear protection on right now. Okay, as you can see, I mentioned that we have a Taurus revolver here. This is a Heritage Rough Rider. I wanted to show that to you because the reason why is if we zoom in a little bit, you can see that the Heritage Rough Rider does have a safety on it. Okay, it's just this little tab here that goes up and down. That's it. There's a little red dot that will show you it is ready to fire. It is not ready to fire. Alright? So the difference between that little Heritage I just showed you and this Taurus 22 tracker is because there is no safety on this revolver. And this is typically what you're going to see on most revolvers, especially revolvers of your higher calibers. Now, the cool thing about this is this looks like a revolver of a higher caliber, like 38 Special, 357 Magnum, maybe 44 Magnum, but it is not. It is modeled after them, but is in fact a 22 long rifle. Okay, so what I want you to see, what's really nice about this model here, is the sights. This is a fully adjustable sight in the rear, and then you have that little neon orange color for your front sight. Makes it very pleasant to shoot, easy to adjust. You just got to get a flathead screwdriver there. Alright, so you have these little grips here. I like them, some people may not, but I do. Alright, so we're going to talk about basic gun safety for a revolver here. Now that you know that there's no safety on here, you just want to make sure that your hammer is not going to move. You don't want to move it back or anything like that. You don't want to touch your trigger. You always want to keep your finger away from the trigger. Okay, I like to rest my finger here by the wheel, and as you can see, like my finger goes into a little groove here. Some models may be different, but on a lot of revolvers, if you have big enough fingers, you can do that. Alright, so we're going to talk about how to load this and how to shoot it properly so that you're not endangering yourself and other people. So, with the way this revolver works, it's different from a single action army. A single action army is different. This one comes out, the wheel comes out like this. You just have to press the indentation in and the wheel comes out. And as you can see, there's nothing inside our little wheel there. And there's nothing in the chamber as well. Okay, so always keep your wheel out, keep the gun pointed, keep your finger away from the trigger. Okay, so what I have here in my pocket are some 22 longs. We're just going to put them in face down towards the dirt, away from our bodies. And what I really like about this little gun here, it's actually a big gun, but I like how it has 9 shots. A lot of revolvers have 5 to 6 shots. Most of them 6 is your standard. But this bad boy here has 9. Okay. Okay, so now that you can see that it's all loaded, now what you want to do, put your gun in a safe direction. You're going to move the wheel around, make sure that it still works properly. Just move it up like that. And it will click into place. Now the gun is ready. It's very different from a semi-automatic. You don't have any slide to rack up. There's no round to chamber by racking the slide back. Okay, you don't have a firing pin. This is a hammer. Alright. So, what you need to do now is just make sure that there's no one in the way and you're going to fire the gun. So, what you can do is single action and double action. About the revolver is different from a semi-automatic. Here's the two side by side. Here's the semi-automatic TX22 in the previous video of ours, and you can compare them to the revolver. This is polymer frame, and this feels like it's all steel. A lot of revolvers are steel, but I mean, I guess you'd have to ask Taurus what that is, but it's a good solid gun, regardless of what material they used. Anyway, as you can tell, like, there's no slide, you know, that needs to be racked back or anything like that to chamber your round. Alright, so now we're going to go shoot the gun, and I'm going to tell you, I'm better with semi-automatics. Semi-automatics are my thing. I do like revolvers, but I am more privy to semi-automatics. Now, everybody else, some people like revolvers more than semi-automatics. Some people like semi-automatics more than revolvers. It just depends on what you like. Alright, so now, just do the same thing. I'm going to show you single action first. So you can hold the gun like this, okay? Pull your hammer back. Now you can shoot it. Okay? You can also hold it like this. So your finger can go there. Okay? Alright, so now that I showed you single action, I'm going to show you double action. Double action is very simple. All you got to do is just pull the trigger. Okay? Don't even have to touch the hammer. Alright. So now we ran out of those, used them all. All you gotta do to unload the revolver, push the indentation in, wheel comes out. And then what's really cool about these designs, you just gotta push the lever inwards and all the shells will pop out. Just like that. Nice and simple. So now that the gun's not loaded, I want to show you up close what single action and double action is. Here's my single action, right? Notice how the trigger goes back? That basically has no pull whatsoever. That's how it feels to me anyway, alright? Okay, now I'm going to show you single action. Look at all that trigger pull. See? So that's the difference between single action and double action. And that is today's lesson on shooting a revolver.